What is up, everybody? It is I, Darian Scalamoni, here at the Culture Media Network, and thank you guys for tuning in to my review for the film Amongst the Wolves. This is releasing in the United Kingdom and in Ireland on June 2nd. A special shout out to Vertigo for giving me an opportunity to review this film that unfortunately doesn't have a release date yet in the United States. But if you're in the US, please don't fear. Please just stick around for this review. Hear my thoughts on this movie because this is one you guys are going to want to check out. The other thing with that is if you guys let me know in the comments and let them know in the comments, there might be more of a push to get this a US release date as soon as possible. But this is a movie that I'm really excited to talk about because it has like the perfect recipe for me as a moviegoer. It's an Irish crime thriller. There are dramatic elements to it. There's great character work. It's great writing. It's a recipe for success. So with Amongst the Wolves, this movie, it stars Luke McQuillan, who is also the co-writer on this movie with the director, Mark O'Connor, and he plays a character named Danny. He's an Afghanistan military vet who is homeless by the time the film starts, and you see that he is currently a homeless man. And he's dealing with his own PTSD from the war, PTSD from mistakes that he's made in his own personal life, as well as his new pursuit to kind of take this young, troubled teenager under his wing, someone that is caught up in a lot of bad business. He's selling drugs, and there's a drug kingpin after him who is played in this film by Aidan Gillen. And if you guys aren't familiar with Aidan Gillen by name, I'm sure you're very familiar with him for his roles in such things as Game of Thrones, playing Littlefinger, in Mayor of Kingstown, playing the antagonist in that film. He also is a great character in Peaky Blinders. You definitely know Aidan Gillen if you've seen him, but he plays this kind of sadistic drug kingpin, the leader of a gang in Ireland, and he's kind of on the lookout for Will because Will owes him a lot of money. He's in debt of power, is his character's name. And Danny kind of comes across Will in this interesting way, just looking for somewhere to sleep for the night as a homeless man. And he forms this relationship with Will. And one of the things I really love about this movie is the way that they balance the crime elements with the dramatic overtones. So one of the other things that Danny as a character is dealing with in this movie is trying to gain custody of, or joint custody of his son. And you see kind of how Danny takes Will under his wing during the movie, and he knows that he's just a kid, he's just troubled, he's gotten mixed up with the wrong people, and he wants to help in whatever way he can. You see the character work being developed over time in the movie, so much so that when we get to this ultra-violent conclusion, it's earned. And that's what I really like about this movie. I think are really great. One of the things is that Luke's work as Danny is really great because he is portraying this main male character that also has depth to him. He's a strong man, but at the same time, he kind of has emotions. He has a deeper layer to him. He is expressing himself in different ways. You can see the pain that he has of not having his child around, but also he tries to form a new relationship, a romantic relationship, after the divorce that he has with his wife, his ex-wife Gil, that you see in the beginning of the movie. And then he forms this relationship with a woman that works at the homeless shelter that he's going to every day or every other day, by the name of Kate, played by Louise Bourke, who also does a really great job. I think she does a really great job here. Daniel Fee, to me, though, is also a standout as a new coming actor. He has great scenes with Aidan Gillen, one in a diner, one in the passenger seat of a vehicle. It's just really great scene work on top of the fact that we get this ultra conclusion in the end. Brutality is kind of occurring at the end. And it is shocking. It is interesting the way that they kind of take that pivot towards the end of the movie. But I really did like it. And Mark O'Connor is a director who I didn't previously know before this movie, but I know he's a very popular director in Ireland. He's done other crime movies. I believe he was the director of Barry Keoghan's debut movie. He's obviously become one of, if not probably maybe behind Gillen, the most famous Irish actor right now that's working in Hollywood. So this is a movie that I highly recommend. Again, unfortunately, right now it's not for U.S. audiences, but let Vertigo know in the comments that you want this U.S. release. Let the filmmakers know. They might be checking this out. I'd love to have a conversation with everyone involved in this movie as well. So maybe I'll be able to get some interviews or something like that. But I highly recommend this movie, especially if you're a fan of crime movies, if you're a fan of thrillers and dramas. So yeah, Amongst the Wolves, highly recommend it. Let me know in the comments if you guys are in Ireland or in the UK and you checked out this movie. I'd love to hear your thoughts as well. If you're a fan of these actors, you're a fan of this premise, the trailer, I'll also link in the YouTube description. You guys should check out the trailer. It's available now on YouTube for you guys to check out and make your voice heard. Give this video a like if you guys can. The more support we have on this review, the more support for the movie, and we'll see where they go with it. But you guys can subscribe also here on Culture Wave Media. We cover more than just these smaller indie releases. We also have big entertainment stuff that we cover on the channel. We just finished our coverage of shows like The Last of Us and Andor season 2s, respectively. Lilo and Stitch, we have a review up for. We have a review upcoming, if it's not up already, for Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. We have reviews upcoming for Karate Kid Legends. We're also going to be covering multiple film festivals over the next couple of weeks. So there's actually going to be a lot of content for you guys here on YouTube and also on our social media pages. You guys can check out all that stuff below me in the video right now. It's also in our YouTube description. We're on Instagram. We're on TikTok. We post news stuff obviously, like I said, on YouTube. So thank you guys for tuning into this review. If you just clicked on me for the first time, or we're a multimedia network. It's not just me here on the network, but excited to cover smaller films like this with Amongst the Wolves. And if you guys have been joining us along the way, thank you. We're at the 2-year anniversary since the start of Culture Wave Media. So thank you guys so much. And thank you for joining me for this review. I've been Darian Scalamoni, and I'll see you guys next time.
This is The Culture.